When I was younger, I discussed with a fellow the appealing power of thoughts many years ago. He stated that he did not feel that his thoughts could bring anything to him, and that he believed that good fortune was the only thing that mattered. It had come to his attention that he never seemed to escape the clutches of misfortune, and that everything he touched seemed to go wrong. It had always been that way, and it would continue to be that way. It had become second nature to him. Whenever he embarked on a new endeavor, he was well aware that it would be unsuccessful and that it would not result in any positive outcomes. To the best of his knowledge, the theory of appealing thoughts was completely devoid of any basis in reality. Rather, it was a question of luck. Because he was making his admission, this individual was not aware that he was presenting a very compelling argument in support of the law of attraction. In his testimony, he stated that he always anticipated that things would go wrong, and as a result, they ended up just as he had anticipated. Even though he was a shining illustration of the law of attraction, he was unaware of this fact, and no arguments appeared to be able to explain it to him. He didn't agree with it, and there was no way to get out of it. Misfortune was something he always anticipated, and each occurrence demonstrated that he was correct, and that the viewpoint of mental science was nothing more than a load of crap. Ralph Waldo Emerson famously said, "The good news is that the moment you decide that what you know is more important than what you have been taught to believe, you will have shifted gears in your quest for abundance. You will have made a significant step forward in your pursuit of prosperity. It is from within that one achieves success, not from without." The idea of harnessing powerful and good thoughts to mold one's reality is aligned with this quote, which highlights the significance of self-belief and inner wisdom in the process of obtaining success. There are a lot of people who appear to be under the impression that the law of attraction is only effective if one desires something with great intensity, consistency, and fervor. The fact that a strong belief can be just as effective as a strong desire is something that they appear to be unaware of. A successful person has faith in themselves and their ability to achieve their goals. He does not care about little setbacks, stumbles, falls, or slides. Rather, he joyfully presses toward the objective, believing unwaveringly that he will succeed in achieving it. During progress, his perspectives and objectives may shift, and he may make adjustments to his plans or have them amended. Nonetheless, he is certain in his heart that he will finally achieve his goals. Inevitably, whoever believes with the same level of conviction that he will fail will fail. On what grounds could he stop it? There is no extraordinary miracle here. The idea of failing permeates everything he does, thinks, and says. He is constantly thinking about it. The fact that other people can recognize his frame of mind and do not have faith in him or his capabilities is something that he dismisses as another evidence of his misfortune, rather than attributing it to his belief and anticipation that he will struggle. He constantly tells himself that he is going to fail, and as a result, he will surely experience the consequences of his self-suggestions. When he thinks negative thoughts, he turns off the part of his mind that is responsible for coming up with ideas and plans that are favorable to success. These are the kinds of ideas and plans that occur to those who believe in success and anticipate it to come to them. A state of discouragement is not one in which we can generate good ideas. The only time that our minds can generate good ideas that we can successfully implement is when we are excited and hopeful. When it comes to other people, people have an innate ability to perceive the atmosphere of failure that surrounds certain of their fellow humans. When they hear of a temporary disaster befalling such a person, they make the statement, "He'll manage somehow. You can't keep him down." This is because they recognize something in other people that causes them to say this. Remove any mental clutter from your mind. There is no such thing as chance in our world. The law is applicable in every location, and the functioning of the law is responsible for everything that takes place throughout the world. You are unable to name the most basic item that has ever been brought into existence by accident. When you give it a go and then put the situation through a comprehensive examination, you will discover that it is the consequence of the law. Both the strategy and the objective, as well as the cause and the impact, are quite straightforward. The law is responsible for everything, from the motions of the universe to the development of a single mustard seed. It is not a coincidence that the stone fell down the mountainside in the manner that it did. Some forces have been at work for ages that created it, and behind this reason, there were additional causes, and so on, until the causeless cause is reached. It is not a matter of chance that life occurs. The law is also present here. Whether you are aware of it or not, and regardless of whether you believe in it or not, the law is in full force and effect. According to a statement made by Immanuel Kant, the light dove, while cleaving the air in her free flight and feeling its resistance, might imagine that its flight would be even easier in space. Plato abandoned the world of sense because it imposed such stringent limitations on the understanding, and he went beyond it on the wings of ideas, in the space of pure knowledge. This is the reason why Plato left the world of sense. He did not notice that despite all of his efforts, he did not make any progress, and he did not encounter any obstacle that could, in a sense, act as a fulcrum on which he could take a stand to apply his understanding to make progress. However, the situation is very different when it comes to the matter of reason. As a result of the opposition that is presented by the boundaries of sensation, the desire to enter further into its realm is heightened. You have the potential to be the uninformed object upon whom the law acts, and you can find yourself in a variety of predicaments because you do not familiarize yourself with the law or fight it. On the other hand, you can also immerse yourself in the functioning of the law, so to speak, get into its flow, and life will look completely different to you as a result. You will not be able to avoid the law simply by refusing to engage in any activity related to it. The term, the law of mental attraction, refers to the law itself, or more specifically, to one of the manifestations of the law. One more time, I will state it. The things that you think are real. They radiate outward from you in every direction. Connect with thoughts that are similar to them. Oppose thoughts of various sorts, form combinations, travel to places where they are attracted, and flee from thought centers that are resistant to them. When you send out thoughts to other people, whether deliberately or unconsciously, your mind will attract those thoughts. However, it will only attract thoughts that are in harmony with its thoughts before it will draw those thoughts. In the realm of thinking, the same things attract one another, and opposites are antagonistic to one another. You will attract thoughts of a similar type to yourself. You must be sick and tired of getting thrown around by the operations of the law every time you do something. Find a way to be in tune with it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to stay updated with our latest content. See you in the next video.